Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joyce again with the Learn to Let Go series, and today I want to talk a little bit about the nature of the human mind. And so the way I think about the mind is, I'm Nick, and then this is Nick's mind. I make this gesture a lot. Right over here, separate entity for me. Nick's mind. And people tend to think of your mind as just being part of you. I think of it as a separate entity because my mind, just like your mind and everybody else's mind, just kind of does its own thing. I have no control over what this thing does. It chooses to give me thoughts, feelings all the time that I have zero control over. And that's a really important concept because people think that the thoughts that they're given by their mind gives them a thought, then it must be true. I'm having this worry that something's going to happen to me. I'm having this thought that I'm not going to get this job. I'm having this belief that this person is upset with me. And when that thought hits me, I believe it as if it was true. And when I could start to see my mind as separate from me, as someone that just gives me these thoughts. I think of my mind as my nagging mother. Sometimes my mom gives me beliefs that aren't necessarily true. They're coming from a good place. They're coming from a place of trying to protect me, but they may not be true. And so what I have to begin to do is see my thoughts as coming from my mind and thus not necessarily be true. And if I do that, I can begin to check out each thought and determine, is this helpful or not helpful? Not good or bad. Thoughts and feelings are never good or bad. Is it helpful or not helpful? So when I'm initially given that thought of, oh, Nick, you're going to screw up this video that you're making right now, I can look at that thought and go, is that a helpful thought right now? Is it true that I'm going to screw it up? Maybe. Thoughts come because there's a possibility, but I don't know that that's the case. And now I have to determine if I'm going to check it out, if I'm going to try, because if I don't, I'm just never going to make this video. I'm never going to even bother because I'm so convinced of this thought that I'm going to screw it up versus saying, that's an interesting thought, not helpful. Let me go make the video and we'll see what happens from there. So think about your mind as a separate entity from yourself and don't necessarily trust every thought that goes into your head because sometimes they're simply not true.